Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our series of planets through Ascendant, which I know I have not been keeping up with. So I'm making sure that I make this video today for you, which is Sun in the 8th house in the sign of Pisces for Leo Ascendant people. And what happens when Sun is in the 8th house in the sign of Pisces while ruling the 1st house? Because see, this is different from just Sun in some sign or Sun in certain houses, because now we're combining the two things together. It's in a certain house, certain sign, and it's ruling the certain house now too with the sign of Leo. So what kind of dynamics can this play? And as always, if you do not know where your Sun is placed, where your other planetary placements are, all my books, reports, consultations, for that, check out the link share, and you will get to see all the options here. So, Sun in the 8th house in the sign of Pisces for Leo Ascendant people. First of all, Sun rules the sign of Leo and it becomes your ascendant, and which obviously tells me that you are a person of very demanding nature. You probably have a very broad, big forehead. You also have a very sharp face features with broad nose, like either broad nose this way or nose comes out. I also know that for you, creative self-expression, children, and education becomes extremely important. Going towards the lineage of your father becomes very important. But especially having the attention of the world upon you is the most important task. So that's what Leo people are. And then the lion has to now go into the 8th house. So Sun, which is the significator of ego, self-esteem, confidence, father, authorities, your character, who you are as a person, your soul, is now in the 8th house in Pisces. Pisces is a sattvic sign, meaning it has the purest quality. It is all about wanting to understand the divine, wanting to understand the world beyond the 5 senses. It is about abstract thinking, abstract imagination. It's about looking at beauty and artistry of this divine thing that we call God. Yet that particular energy with Sun now is in the 8th house, which is representing transformation, occult, mysticism, sorcery, tantra, research, spies, insurance, inheritance, wills and estates, surgeries. I mean, I can go on and on. There's so much more. I mean, paranormal is there. So what do we say about the person with this type of ascendant? Well, the first thing we see is that this person is a very introverted person. For them growing up, they really felt at peace being by themselves and either reading something about the paranormal, wanting to understand the hidden secrets of life, perhaps even engaged in wanting to learn about astrology, occult mysticism. Yet this person was actually a very calm person. As much as 8th house represents our psychological baggage, this person is not here to dwell upon their psychological baggage. This person is not here to bring about their issues hidden underneath, unless of course Sun is with Rahu or receives some other aspect of the other heavenly bodies. Here the Sun, the personality, the ego, really is all about wanting to understand the divine through hidden sources. Because the divine, to understand the divine, it's not really a hidden source, right? It is everywhere if you just know how to tap into it. But for them specifically, it becomes a task of finding hidden knowledge through which they understand their spiritual self. This shows that your father must have either been some sort of an artist or a preacher and may have had great interest towards the occult and mysticism himself. You also carry quite a bit of secrets related to the father. And there is a spiritual reason why you got the father you did. This usually shows that you and your father may have had like a guru shishya type relationship, and you're here to evolve that relationship by understanding the higher plane. So usually you will find your father talking to you about the higher divine knowledge and spirituality, and wanting to understand, abstract thinking, how to think, look at things differently, how to look at things, in a more unique way. And only a select few will get these type of fathers. And so there's this connection where your father from past life is trying to now extend that education of really not looking at things from the five senses, but looking at it from the sixth sense. Yet at the same time, if let's say Rahu is here, I've seen people's father who may be alcoholics or drug addicts, because especially in the sign of Pisces, which is abstract thinking. I mean, Rahu is putting sun on steroids. The father is just too much of like that abstract thinking. But usually this person's personality always develops through research, through digging deep into things, learning about either things like pharmaceuticals, medicine, chemicals, studying of the chemicals like chemistry. And that's something I've actually very much seen, because I always save horoscopes of people, and most of the time people who turned out to be like either pharmaceuticals or doing research in biomechanical studies or DNA or something, there was always sun in the sign of Pisces. More than the 9th house is in the sign of Pisces. So I understand that there's this need to just always find the hidden answers of what life is, how life came about, by doing research. And most of the time, with the help of other planetary placements, a person becomes a very intelligent researcher. So somebody who may be striving for PhD with this sun. It's not always just about spirituality and just meditation and occult. No, this can, because remember, most of the time, some planet is affecting the other planets somehow, either through regular aspects of Parashara or the Rashi aspects of Parashara. And through those aspects, somehow any and every planet gets manipulated. But obviously, if sun's position in the Navamsha is also placed in a water sign, that's when you really find a person who is trying to understand the world through transcendental activities. But more so, it's just this is a very creative, but at the very same time, very calm, very peace-loving personality. Not somebody who just wants to be like a lion and wants to, get attention. No, this is the person who naturally will be on a leadership position, will be naturally on a higher pedestal, and will be getting the attention. But the thing is, they have a much higher focus for themselves than to just get the attention. That's what this sun in Pisces really represents. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of sun in the 8th house in the sign of Pisces for Leo Ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your sun is placed or your other planetary placements, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. Otherwise, we'll see you with some special video this weekend. Bye-bye.